Your first name again?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, that's right. Okay, Cheyenne, right. Cheyenne. Okay. Cheyenne is going to do a little demonstration for us, which is hopefully going to illustrate this law of diminishing marginal utility. If you raise your hand. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I wrote Vicky Smith.
Yeah. Raise your hand if you watched the homework video last night. You watched the homework video last night?
No.
Like 2 people? Good. So this is going to be completely new to you guys. That's good. If you had actually watched the homework video, which you're expected to do every night, by the way, you would have kind of a good clue of what's going on. But that's okay. Whether you watch it or not, this will be a good demonstration for you. So we're going to demonstrate this law of diminishing marginal utility. If I can get the bag open somehow. Okay, so fresh bag. These are fresh marshmallows all the way from Hy-Vee. All right. So what I'd like you to do is just go ahead and take 1 marshmallow. There you go. Okay, take the second marshmallow.
That sounded like a hard marshmallow.
All right.
It's not fresh.
This one. All right, and then go ahead and eat it.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
You said you like marshmallow.
A little quicker.
All of it?
Yeah, because I only have like 70 minutes. Okay, there.
You're making this most awkward class for a student. Eat that marshmallow.
Eat the marshmallow.
Hold it in.
All right. Now,
Wait, what's the point of this?
if you had to rate the happiness that marshmallow gave you on a 0 to 10 scale, 10 being the highest, what would you rate it? A 10. It was good, right? The first marshmallow.
What about the awkwardness scale?
No, we're not rating the awkwardness. All right. So I'm going to give you a second marshmallow because you liked that first one too much. And go ahead and eat it.
You have to eat the whole bag.
Get sick and throw up on everybody.
Hey, what? Marshmallows. Marshmallows are awesome.
Damn, you shouldn't.
You're doing a good job. Very polite. You're a very polite eater. Nice job. All right.
Take your time.
Usually have guys volunteer and they're just shoving them in the mouth. Very nice. All right. And how would you rate that one? A 6? Okay, slightly less. All right. So 6. All right. Excellent. All right. Here you go. Go ahead and have another one.
I don't think she's ever had so many people watch her eat.
Go ahead.
Stop staring at her.
You know.
She looks away. There's a method, apparently.
You think that's embarrassing?
I never thought there would be a method to eating in front of people.
You guys, it's hard for us to eat in front of people. You guys are just like,
She was with me last night. I had like 3 burgers
Cheyenne,
from
how would you rate
Rosa.
that one?
3 burgers, 2 large fries.
yeah, it's easy for guys to eat in front of
It's because we're fat and we're happy.
Exactly.
I don't want one.
Take one.
Peer pressure.
Now it's like a 3.
You're like,
Courtney's eating
It's
over
like
there.
torture.
don't pay attention.
Oh.
How would you rate that? You can even go. You can go down into negative numbers if you want to. How would you rate that one?
I did not enjoy that.
You didn't. So you would give it a.
Here's 0.
Ooh, 0.
So she wants one more, basically.
No.
Yep.
That's really okay.
Here you go. One more.
I'm so
One more.
over marshmallows.
Don't be that guy.
One more. There you go.
Can I throw this one?
No, you have to eat it.
Please?
You have to eat it.
I got a feeling I know she would have thrown it at.
You.
Either me or you.
You just point at me. I'm a nice guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
lie.
You guys are friendly.
We are.
I don't know, so I think he's a nice guy.
See?
Yeah,
See?
I'm pretty friendly, right?
-1.
If you
Negative
know
1.
me.
Okay.
So one more marshmallow?
Let's give Cheyenne
Shut
a
up.
big round of applause. Big round of applause. Big marshmallows. Go and have a seat, Cheyenne. Nice job. All right. So what we witnessed kind of in this simulation was this law of diminishing marginal utility. And basically what economists say, and this is very important, so pay attention, shut your screen for a minute.
Do you want me to pause
Shut your
this?
screens. Take your earbuds out of your ears.
I'm going to keep filming.
Earbuds. Okay, thank you. This idea of the law of diminishing marginal utility, it's right up there with scarcity and opportunity cost, 2 of the other big terms we've talked about already. Hopefully you remember those. But this one, I think you'll remember really well if you just remember the marshmallows and you remember Cheyenne's experience with marshmallows. Her first marshmallow that she ate, it was a 10. It gave her a lot of benefit. Okay? She liked it. It made you happy, right? Eating a marshmallow? Happiness. Okay? That's what, when we talk about marginal utility, that's all we're talking about. When we talk about utility, it's just happiness. So it's an econ word for how much benefit or how much we gain from something. Okay? Marginal utility, when we say marginal utility, it's like how much more happiness does it give us. So the first one was a 10. The second one was a 6. It's still giving her happiness, right? You're all right eating the second one. But not as much as the first one. It's diminishing. That happiness is starting to diminish. Okay? That's why we call it the law of diminishing marginal utility. Then we had a 5. Then we had basically a 0, basically almost no happiness. I went ahead and gave her one more, and at that point, she's getting absolutely no utility, right? There's no happiness from shoving another marshmallow in her face. Okay?
I was happy.
Probably making her sad or sick or whatever. And by the way, if you want to go get a drink, that's fine. That was a lot of marshmallows to eat.
I'll take one.
So anyway, that's the idea of law of diminishing marginal utility, and we experience this all the time. And when we talk about econ, we're talking about, well, it's the choices we make. And a lot of times the choices we make, with especially what to do with our money, is based on this law of diminishing marginal utility. At some point, we're not getting enough satisfaction from whatever we're doing or whatever we're buying or whatever we're getting, and so we stop. Okay? It doesn't have enough utility for us. Even money has less utility for us. So an example of money having the law of diminishing marginal utility for money. If you found $10 on the sidewalk or out in the hallway, would you be pretty happy? Yeah, you could do something with $10, right? You could get some gas, you could go out for lunch, whatever. That'd be nice to have extra $10. I'd be happy too. If Warren Buffett picks up $10 in the hallway, does he get much utility or happiness out of that?
No.
Not as much, right? For sure, not as much utility. He might get a little utility out of it. Hey, I got $10. But hey, he's already got $40 billion. Now I have $40 billion and 10. That's not really going to give me a lot more happiness, right? So that's that idea of law of diminishing marginal utility. At some point, we kind of hit a point where we're not getting as much benefit from it. And at that point, we start making different choices. I'm not going to have any more marshmallows. Or I'm going to start eating something else. Or I'm going to go get a drink or whatever. Something's going to change because of this law of diminishing marginal utility. In the video that I showed you, or that I wanted you to watch, they did basically the same scenario, and they used cookies. And you know, if you like chocolate chip cookies, yummy. The first one's great, second one's great, third one's great. But at some point, you start to lose utility. Okay. The best example for me is pizza. I could seriously eat a large pizza for sure.
Yeah.
I love pizza that much, and I'm a pig. That's fine. But you know, when I think about the law of diminishing marginal utility, that first piece of pizza is always the best, right? You're hungry. It's hot. The second one's still good. Third one's probably still good for me. But around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm still eating, but I'm getting less and less utility out of it. I'm basically just eating because there's another piece there. I should probably just finish it or whatever. But I'm not getting a lot of utility out of it. And maybe I'm even starting to feel a little queasy about it. So hopefully that makes pretty good sense to you. Does that make sense to you, the law of diminishing marginal utility? Okay. And again, it happens all the time. You guys have experienced it throughout your life, and it's not just food. It's you know, if you guys collect things. Did any of you guys ever collect like the Beanie Babies or some weird collectible things like that? Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards, those kind of things. You know, at some point they start to lose a little utility. It's like, oh, I already have 500 of these, or I have 50 of this same card. It doesn't give me as much satisfaction as it used to. That's that law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay? Take 1 minute. Okay? I'll time it. 1 minute. And I want you to talk to the people you're sitting near and come up with a good example that I have not given you of the law of diminishing marginal utility in your life. So something I have not mentioned. So the people you're sitting with, come up with a good example and talk to them in your group. Okay?
Pause.
You can shut off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been